So I received a complaint recently from a friend of mine who is actually in the hospitality business. He runs an hotel in the Ibadan axis, and he told me presently that they are gradually running out of business because the Shortlet enterprise is actually taking larger percent of their customer. And when we had that conversation, it dawned on me that the business of hospitality is taking a new trend. And if you don't understand how the Shortlet market is gradually competing actively with hotel and accommodation, this video basically is for you. My name is Aditya. Welcome to another exciting episode of Property Matters. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, trust me, you don't want to miss any part of it, because on today's video, I'm going to be explaining everything. Of course, I'll be giving statistics, I'll be giving data, and I'll be giving you another good reason why you should not undermine the Shortlet industry. See you immediately after this short timeout. Remember, you don't want to miss any part of the video. I'll be back shortly. Now, the unanswered question basically is the Shortlet business gradually replacing hotel accommodation? Why do we suddenly have preference for Shortlet apartment as the good old days, where hotel obviously used to become a better alternative accommodation, mostly for guests, tourists, and business individuals who come to spend the week for any of their activities? Now, one of the things that is very, very shocking that I really need to talk about is the level at which the industry has grown. Shortlet became noticeable in Lagos as early as 2023. And at the end of 2024, it was recorded that Shortlet generated 26.3% profits. Now, let me break down in figures. That was about 264 billion naira in 2024. And the amazing thing is that it is projected that that revenue may even increase to 300 billion as at the end of 2025. Now, why is Shortlet the main thing? Now, when you understand that in 2024 alone, Shortlet generated 46.4% of return on investment. Let me do the brief breakdown so that it will not sound ambiguous. Now, one bed in some part of the highland, if you are going for a Shortlet, was rented for 110,000 naira per night. And when you calculate that, that is about estimated to $142. In other places on the island, a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex is also rented for around 496 to 500,000 per night. Yes, that is how profitable the Shortlet market is if it is properly managed. Now, looking at the estimated income for someone who is using 1-bedroom apartment as Shortlet in the Lekki Phase 1 corridor, you stand the chance of earning 26 million per year. And of course, if you are using a 5-bedroom fully detached, you stand the chance of making 180 million per year. Now, how has the Shortlet market gradually replaced people's and investors' desire for the regular hotel? The thing basically is that, number one, most of those Shortlet apartment management offers some mouth-watering amazing discounts. Like, for instance, I've seen instances of pay for 2 nights and get the 3rd night free, and some obviously offers 5% discount on all their Shortlet earnings. And what exactly is the cause of this? Now, one of the reasons why most tourists, business person, and of course investors prefer Shortlet basically is that Shortlet offers a home-like experience. Basically, what we are generally used to in the business of hotel and hospitality is you use probably a general lounge, and of course you are confined to the size of your room. Depends on the size, maybe the big or the size room. But Shortlet offers more like a spacious living area, a good, kitchen for cooking, and of course it also gives you an opportunity to use laundry and other services. Amazing. There was a Shortlet company that offered free Uber services to some of their investors. Like, for instance, if you are taking bookings, most of the Shortlet companies station Uber service along the Murtala Muhammed Airport. So these are experiences that a lot of people have been benefiting from Shortlet, and it is now become a thing. Now, people who are actually in the business of hotel and hospitality are beginning to see that investors' desire for Shortlet apartments is rising, and the amazing part of it is that, of course, all those known big star hotels like the Meridian, the Sheraton, all those big hotels, the Transcorp Hilton, will definitely not feel challenged, but they will be aware of the fact that they have a new rival, and all of those things are becoming a reality to them. Now, this is why you need to understand that as the Lagos rental market is going, the desire for shortlet apartment is growing. And as an investor, you need to understand the reason why you have to be an active participant in owning shortlet. Now, whether you have chosen to manage the shortlet by yourself, or you want to give it to companies and, of course, managers who can successfully run the shortlet management, it is very important that you own one or two shortlets in the coming days, because you see 2025 is going to become another major year. Now, what are now the challenges of shortlets? Now, the first challenges that I have seen from shortlet management is in the area of saturation. Saturation in the sense that we have now experienced and inexperienced individuals penetrating and, of course, creating a nightmare for some shortlet investors. In fact, they have had interactions with some diaspora investors who own one or two shortlets, who complained that their shortlet managers did not remit their their return on investment. However, all these challenges are just a point one direction, that shortlets is gradually competing and may replace our investors' desire for hotel and hospitality. Now, what should you do as the shortlet market is evolving? Now, in one of my videos, I made a description on how you should create a profitable real estate investment. Now, a lot of people have asked me, how can I do that? As a real estate investor, you need to create a portfolio whereby you have rental properties, you have land for farming, you have goods, and just create a balance for your real estate investment, whereby your investment can radiate to the 4 cardinal points in the lives of people. That means that if you create a investment portfolio that adequately addresses different problems that Nigerians are facing, trust me, you are certainly going to make money in Lagos. And this is why you need to look at shortlet. Now, how can you get into the shortlet game? You have 2 options. You can actually go into the shortlet game by buying off-plan project. Now, a lot of people have been asking what kind of off-plan project I have. Now, the beautiful thing about off-plan is that off-plan gives you an opportunity to move in at the construction stage. Now, you enjoy reduced price, you enjoy amazing discounts, and of course, once the project is completed, the value increases. And of course, if you have good managers, you start earning. Now, you can also go for already built apartments. Now, whatsoever thing you choose to do, make sure that you are adding shortlets to your investment portfolio. I have some couple of investors who use their earnings from their shortlets to buy other properties. I know someone who has been buying properties and of course is getting it from his monthly payment. Now, how do you ensure that your shortlets hospitality business stays ahead of time and of course doesn't liquidate? The first thing you need to do basically is that if you are not in the country basically and you cannot get a good manager, I'll advise you work with some real estate investment company who will help you manage your shortlet, and they will remit your money for you on a monthly basis. In case you're looking for any other shortlet apartments you want to do, we have many on the mainland and we have some on the island as well. There are Abuja houses. I have some couple, and of course the beautiful thing that they are presently at off-plan projects with a 20% initial deposit and experiment of 1 year. You can get good shortlet at Abuja. You can also get in Lekki. Then we also have it on the mainland, Yaba. We also have it on the Maryland axis, the Keja axis, whatsoever choice of yours. All you just need to do is just give us a call or probably stay tuned, because I'll be showing some shortlet investment opportunities on this channel. Until I come your way in another exciting and educative session of Property Matters. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.